about the chat. Still don't know what we're playing, but we'll figure it out. Okay, let's look through my files. See what I got for games. I should just start picking up shovelware to stream. Like SpongeBob movie, which doesn't work. I voted, though. I voted for McDonald's coffee because I'm trash. Oh yes, the Mario tier list. Lovely. Who's here? Why does it say I have one viewer? Is it still the same guy from earlier idling here? No. There's nobody. Twitch is lying. Okay. I need to find something. I've played almost everything in here already. Just sad. Except for Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, which I'm not in an RPG-y mood. I got some games this weekend through the chat. I got Layers of Fear, you know, because we all love when I play horror games. Human Resource Machine, whatever that is. I think it's by the guys who did the fiery game where you just burn things, Little Inferno, that's it. If I recall. Guns of Icarus Online. Don't know what it is, but I got it. Wish I could just sort by date. That would make my life easier in this mess. Because I know I got more than that. I got Inside, which I think is another horror game. I accidentally installed it. I don't remember if this is... Oh no, this is old. I apparently just have this in my library and I don't remember getting it. The stew. I have a lot of trash in here, don't I? I have Sega Mega Drive Classics, Golden Axe, Golden Axe 2, and Gunstar Heroes, none of which I remember getting. Shelter, that's a game. Strider, that's one I got. That's a game. I don't know anything about it. I know it's hard. The Stanley Parable, which I've never played, but I hear it's good. And V times 5, which is one of Pinguino's favorite games, of course. I'm not playing this game. It's very creepy, but not super scary. Does it have any jump scares? Because, good. I'm glad. I'm glad I keep seeing these stupid Simpsons gifs and stuff. Twitter is garbage. You don't think there's any jump scares? I don't know what to stream. I could play Four Swords Adventures single player, which is the most depressing thing in the world. The PS4 is not on, so I don't know if the remote play will work, but I could test that and see if there's anything on there I could play. Let's see what the Plus games are this month, shall we? I'm glad this is labeled now instead of just saying YouTube, so I know what it is when I click it. I could stream more ESO because I like playing ESO, but I really don't think you guys like watching ESO. Where is the free games? We got, oh man, if only I had PSVR. I'm gonna add it to my cart, but I'm never gonna play it because I'm never gonna have a PSVR. Because I could play the VR until dawn. That would be fun. Do you think the Stanley Parable would be a good stream game, though? Also, what are any of these games? I've never heard of any of these. I can't even add this one to my cart. Worms is a game I know. None of these look interesting. What are you? Why can't I add you to my cart? You look like a bad indie game. I was right. It's an artsy game. It's also a VR game. Blech. Hi, Blastoise. We don't know what we're playing, but we're here. Yay. Free games I'll never touch. Hooray. I have a lot of those. Oh yeah, I need to get back to this game. I tried playing it during the power outage and it went downhill very quickly. Horizon Zero Dawn. I got into a battle and I died like within 3 seconds. It's a very pretty game that looked cool. It's for PSVR, so I can't play it regardless, but apparently there's a Spanish language pack for this. Did not know. I've got, out of this, we've played Chibi Robo, I've showed off Animal Crossing, played this, or I haven't streamed this, I haven't played this in a very long time. I played this, I haven't played Kirby Air Ride, but there's not much of a story mode to it. It's just racing. There's Paper Mario I could play, but I'm already playing an RPG, and that's, unless it's like a Pokemon RPG, which are easy peasy. I don't even have my controller plugged in. I could play a Zelda. I love them. God, remember when I played Twilight Princess again? And screamed incoherently at the hands for an hour? That was fun. That was a good time. There's nothing to do. Hello, OBS. I don't know why I clicked you. I have 1 cent in my PlayStation account. That's amazing. Good. What do I have here that I can play? I don't know anything. It's playable on PS Vita. Wow, there's a Vita game? The Amnesia Collection? Great. I have the Kaiju Driving Range even though I don't have VR. Infamous. I own that physically somewhere. Hatoful Boyfriend. I could play that on Steam. System Shock 2. I could play System Shock 2 some more if I hated myself some more. God. I've got... Oh yeah, I have Zombie. I could play that sometime. Forgot about that. I forget about a lot of these things. I wish I could limit it to just PS4 things, but I can't. I got Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry. I've never played an Assassin's Creed game, by the way. Expected release. That doesn't seem right, Sony. Entwined. I played that on the Vita for a bit. It was fun. Hard, but fun. I don't know what this is, but I have it. I have a Journey unlocked for PS3 apparently. Never played it. Why can't you play PS1 games on the PS4? Maybe then I'd finish Chrono Trigger. Nom Nom Galaxy? These sound like stupid games, because they're all PS Plus games. Broken Age, that was fun. I enjoyed that game. That was a good game. Watching me play a adventure game, though, is painful, like a point-and-click adventure game. It's a very, very painful experience. I have La Munala, Munala, Mulana, that's the word. Do I? I don't know anything about it. All this wasted money, because Persona 5 is a bad game. Ukulele, also wasted money. This is not wasted money, this is a good game. Wasted money. Mass Effect, never played it. It's on PS3 though, so I can't stream it. I've got Berseria shit that I don't even have the game of. That's fun. I have Hitman. You know, I should play this sometime. I bought it for like $10 and then I played it for one elusive target. I should download it again and play it. feel kind of bad that I never played it, but I'm so bad at it. I get caught always, and it just turns into a shootout. Like, I should really install it again and play it. Oh, good, a Resident Evil teaser. That's fun. Hokohum, that was, or Ho-Ho-Cum, that was a good game. Rogue Legacy is great. Tomb Raider's a good game. Firewatch is not so good of a game. I never finished Tales from the Borderlands. I've Senran Kagura DLC, but I never got the game. That's fun. God, the Overwatch beta. That's... The Handsome Collection's fun. First Light was fun. Apparently there's content called Plague of Frogs for this, but I don't even know what that is. Great. Never beat Bastion either, man. I don't play a lot of these games. Oh good, all the Batman content I'm never going back to. I am a sheep, by the way, and I bought a ton of DLC for Persona 4 Dancing. Firewatch was just... You kept waiting for something to happen and nothing ever happened, and it was kind of a letdown. There's Roundabout. It's a good game. I used to have, the fucking PT, that one, the canceled game, on my in my PSN, but it doesn't download, it's just broken, unfortunately. I bought this, and it was a good game, and I never played it, and I feel bad about it. Because it's really good, but I don't like using the PS3. Akiba Strip, that was a fun game. Just ripping people's clothes off on the streets. It's fine. The X2 remaster for Vita, which I have because I found it in a case at the store once. They left the code in there, so I took it. Because I'm a dirty thief. Minecraft Vita Edition, which I think is a demo. Sly 3. I want to play the slide game some days. I also have Gravity Rush on Vita, which I never played. Yeah, I'm not making the PT download. I'm not screaming at the thing forever. Not again. Remember when the Vita came out and I got a Vita and then there was nothing for the Vita except for demos? And Skype, apparently, that I don't even remember working. Hey, Okami HD, that's coming out on PC and I probably will stream it. If I can ever afford it. Some good games, some not so good games. Or into PS3, free PS4 days. I wish they would put like this all on the PS4 so I can just play my PS3 content. Oh god, this is the most obnoxious theme in the world. Do they have a video of it? It's silent. Why is it silent? Did they mute the sound on purpose? It basically makes a ring sound whenever you scroll. It's just rings every time you move the stick. And it's louder than the music itself for the theme. And it's something. I don't think I have Spelunky. If I did, it would be on Steam, and I don't have it here. Somehow. I don't know anything about it either. Alright, enough of that. How's Twitter? Oh, Terraria's on sale. That's a good game. Let's connect to the PS4, if I can find it. Somewhere in here. There it is. I don't know how this is gonna work because the PS4 is off, but... What? Is it gonna turn on? Is it gonna beep at me? You gonna beep? Oh, it wants me to sign in. That's not okay. Maybe if I turn it on first. afraid to press buttons on the PS4. If it makes me sign in, I'm gonna be sad. Because I don't want to sign back in. Okay, yeah, for some reason it signed me out. So I guess we're not doing that. I gotta figure out something. I have Tomb Raider I was playing on the PS4, and that's fun, and I could stream that for a bit, maybe. Or I could just play some garbage out of here. I have a lot of games, just I don't feel the drive to play a lot of these games. I was playing Ori, wasn't I? That was a game. I could do a Saints Row 3 playthrough. I've never played Saints Row 3. Only 4. Could do an Octodad playthrough. It's been years since I played that. I love Battle Block Theater, but it's not a good stream game. I don't want to co-op. I don't want to co-op Saints Row 3 because the co-op on PC is broken as fuck. I've tried it. It's not good. Where are the screenshots for it? Because we have some fun screenshots of this. I think my friend has most of them. Yeah, I made Victoria from Life is Strange, and we were riding a bike, and when you drive, the bike kind of disappears sometimes, and you're just flying around, and also you can just ride a tank, and the doors ragdoll off the car, and there we go. That's no bike, the missing bike. It's a ghost. I remember it was like motion blurred to hell too. This is a great image. We had more of these. I thought I did another playthrough with someone else. Or not playthrough, more like goofing off for like an hour. Ah yes, Tabletop Sim. Tabletop Sim is a great game. I'm garbage. Also, that is the face of Satan. Oh yes, me modding Skyrim was a mistake. There's a very shiny Pikachu in it. Nice furry dick. I made that. It was one of my proudest moments. Oh good. I remember this is like my first time playing Skyrim. The man just died like this. It's fine. What is this game? Batman? Twitch the board game experience. I'm laughing at my old jokes. Also, I played the first time I played Tomb Raider, I just played with the steer carcass for like an hour. I just kept twisting it and turning it, and I love gaming. Also, really fucked up textures are my favorite thing. Oh god. Left 4 Dead 2. That was a mistake. Letting me have Gmod was a mistake. Letting me have a Harley Quinn model was a mistake. Is this it? Yeah, me and Face Touch at one point, we played, and it was not good. This is how Saints Row 3rd works online on PC. It's garbage. Like, literal hot garbage. Also, there's a person in the ground. I think that's all. I think that's all we ever did. Oh god, I played Spore. I forgot about that. What is that? I don't want to know what that is. I'm glad this is one of my first screenshots where I just made a really fucked up Khajiit in fucking Oblivion. Oh yeah, I forgot about the wagon. It's fun. What's this? Fuck this gay earth. Oh no, have you never seen my Terraria files, Blastoise? Because those are fun plays. Do I have screenshots of some of them up here somewhere in this hellhole? The signs in our stupid co-op file are just hell. Where is... What is this? Oh, not that one. I want the meme number one. 369 over 420. Good number. Also, here's a shulk just stuck in the table in Tabletop Sim. There's my dick. There came a point where Face Touch stopped letting me do things in Terraria. And I don't think I have the screenshot of it. No, I don't. My clog icon just disappeared at one point. I guess I do not... How do I view my screenshot thing? This one. Oh, good. Does it... Huh? I want to just... Can I... Screenshots for game. Where is Terraria in this hellhole? Because I know I have screenshots of it. Didn't there used to be a screenshot thing on the on the Steam page? I swear there was. I swear. Those are only ones I uploaded, I think, though. Not like cloud ones. I'll just boot up Terraria and show you. Whoops, where did the... moving shit on accident, that's fun. I don't remember which house it is, so you'll have to bear with me, but I'll find it. I don't know why your name is now a JPEG. Thank you, Twitch. Oh good, my wallpaper is Anime Girls. It's Persona 4, actually. In particular. What's Twitter up to? Oh god, the Sonic fucking vinyl. No. This girl used to be on Grey's Anatomy. Now she spends her time in apparently very long tubes. Also, god, I love that fanfiction TXT has these big things. Big text. Okay, let's go to Terraria Hell. I think Butts was my main character. Don't ask me what any world is. I know Doof Butts was the world I played with Face Touch. And I think this might be the one with the word memes on the top of it. Yes. Yes, it is. It's art. It's art. Also, this is the worst house ever made. In case you were curious. Hold on one second. Oh, my mic is off. I was showing you this is my most current world. And I was trying to show you how stupid my wiring is. It's hot garbage. I thought I had another fucking meme world. But I don't know what one it would be, because I have so many meme worlds. But, hmm. Fuck RNG I know is one of my worlds at one point. Because I was pissed because it was still... Hey, there we go, 666 420 69. There's some wording. Oh, you can move the orb. Interesting. That's Terraria. I have a lot of characters and worlds because I play it and then forget about it, and then I play it again. You won a Sarge Club prize? Blastoise, I hate you. I'm jealous. Was it the pile of poop? I didn't win anything, I don't think. I'll check my email, but I doubt it. I don't know when the emails went out. Donated twice. I won nothing. Surprise. I'm hot garbage and I have never won a single thing in my life, so I never expect that to change. Back to the dilemma of the day. I don't feel like plugging in the controller. What can I play with keyboard and mouse? And if Quark says System Shock 2, I'm banning him. We could play Danganronpa. Who wants to play Danganronpa? I know all about I know. My ex speedran it. It's not up my alley. It's like me playing Meat Boy all over again. I said let's play Danganronpa, and then I proceed to scroll away from Danganronpa so I can find something else to play. Because I don't want to start another RPG right now. Also, I have a bad habit of clicking through text too fast, and people get mad. Jazzpunk is still a very good game. I could play more Plants vs. Zombies, because we all love that so much. It's the best stream. I could play Saints Row 2, which is worse than Saints Row 1, and worse than Saints Row 3 and 4. I could play Secrets of the Magic Crystal, which somebody bought me years ago. The Stanley Parable. Quark suggested this. Why not? Because I intended to play Sleeping Dogs at one point, and then I didn't. Because that's my life story. I buy games, or I take games from my friends in the case of that, because that came from Quark. Most of my games that I have recently installed came from Quark. Also, Twitter's still a mess. I still don't like the ominous orb. Somebody named Hayes. Is this... Dude, I think this is my old friend Andy. I recognize that face, and he was a Metroid speedrunner. Apparently he's trans now. Is this the same dude? It has to be. Yes. Yes, it is. Whoa. You did give me sleeping dogs. It's my old pal Andy, who is now named Hazel. Okay, that's a little different. Not against it, just it's gonna take some getting used to. Interesting. I don't know why he'd follow me again after all that time. Weird. Like, they stopped following me, like, 3 years ago, and when the whole Skype group I was in disbanded. But now they're back. Okay. I keep... This is still me. Stanley Parable's downloading. Then your bot worked and said you played Stanley Parable. We're downloading Stanley Parable and looking at Twitter, and I got a follow from an old friend. One of the best narrating games. I've never played it. It's probably gonna go poorly. I don't like 280 characters. It's the old one, like, I got it from the Extra Life chat on Saturday, so it's the old Stanley Parable. I grabbed the code for it out of the chat. I didn't know it was free, though. No, it's not free. That's expensive. Is the more recent new one? Oh, okay. Beginner's Guide was something I wanted. I think is it on my wish list? No. How's Sonic Forces doing, guys? Is it still the garbage? Because I'm pretty sure it's probably still garbage. Yep. Reviews are still kind of bad. The game's only 2 hours long. The game's only 2 hours long. God, this is bad. I'm glad that Bubsy is still a better game than Sonic. Even if it doesn't crash anymore, it's still not a good game. Snow Phoenix actually played Sonic Forces for a single level, apparently. Poor bastard. What's this? Cute. There's so much Grey's Anatomy stuff going on, guys. I love it. I love it a lot. Also, hello, everybody. Link is here, Blastoise is here, Cathador is here, Pinguino's probably just lurking. Did Stanley Parable finish downloading? I didn't even, like... Yes. Do I need a controller for this? Because that's... Oh god, it's full screen. Alt plus enter, I think it is? Alt enter. That's not... Why can I sound... I like captions. Oh god, this resolution. Mouse sensitivity. Can we turn that way the fuck down, please? Or up? What's... My mouse is too floaty and I don't like it. What is happening? Can I just have no mouse sensitivity? Because I don't know which end of this is a higher spectrum. Feels the same. No acceleration. No. This doesn't seem like it's changing anything. Okay. Video, that's what I want. Get this shit out of widescreen 16:9, out of full screen, thank you. Run in a window, that's what I want. That's fine. Laptop power savings, field of vision, advanced, filtering mode, vertical sync, sure. Sure. Why is effect detail low? I have a high-end computer now. Model slash texture quality high. It uses Portal 2's engine. Portal's 2 mouse sensor is actually in-game and not the cursor. I can't read the rest of that message. Yeah, I know I need to make sure it applies the video settings. Now I need to capture it. Stanley.exe. Hey, captured. It's like a grab bag if, fucking game capture works. So it uses Portal 2's engine, so the mouse capturing is garbage. I got it. Okay. Gotta put that over there. Gotta put that over here. The screen. I noticed this is a screen. It's like capture Inception. You won the owl? Dude. You won the owl? I hate you. I promise this isn't a thread. You have to send pictures of the owl. I didn't win any prizes, and I especially did not win an owl. I slept through the owl hour, but I was awake for the garbage hour, and I donated during the garbage hour, and I didn't win the garbage. I wanted the literal bag of crap. Achievements? Why is this disabled? Okay. So the mouse is still garbage. I don't know what this is. I feel like I need the game to be bigger because it's a tiny ass window, but what's this gonna do? Is this bigger? You can relog it. I don't care to. Let me just resize the chat slightly. Slightly. Can have like a fifth of the chat cut off. There we go. A little more. Okay. I guess I should. Can I pick up the phone? This is like Surgeon Sim where I can do things on the menu. Okay, let's play this. It's not even the same as the game. I feel like I played the demo or at least downloaded it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Right away, this reminds me of that friggin'
job was simple. He sat at his desk
I can't remember what the movie is.
And he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
It's a movie with Will Ferrell, and there's like a guy narrating his life, and he becomes aware of it.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have
I want to call it Pulp Fiction,
so
but I know it's not Pulp
Stanley
Fiction.
relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized
Stranger Than
that
Fiction,
not
that's the
one
name of it. It's from
single
2006.
order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
It's really weird.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This
How long is this
complete
game, out of curiosity?
isolation. Something was
Can we beat
very
it in one
clearly
stream, or are we
wrong.
gonna have to make it a
Shocked,
two-parter?
frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest
Am I
time.
Stanley now?
But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh god, okay, I need to... That's slightly better? I mean, it's a little too fast. There's 20 plus endings. Great. I don't need the closed captioning anymore. I thought I might, but... Okay. A little better. I can't... right away I noticed I don't have any actions. Mouse sensitivity is way too high. I'm sorry. That's a little better. Oh! Did I do that?
Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his
A little further. I hope there's nothing that needs quick
He had
thinking.
never been trained for that. No.
Oh, I can
This
crouch.
couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be
Why
happy
doesn't Stanley have an arm?
forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed. Then days. Had years gone by?
Hours are not
He no
passing.
longer had the ability to tell.
You have a
But the
computer,
one thing he
Stanley.
knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's
They're
even
fucking
closer.
with me.
Here it comes.
Oh. The end is never the end. The end is never the end. Oh. You got an I got an ending? Oh. Well, that's gonna happen a lot if that's a symptom of this game. Because, I want to get in here. Is there an interact button?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
I
memo.
hate Mondays.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
No traces, huh? That's a trace. It turned off, though.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor
Either
did it
clicking.
advance the story in any way.
I like work. Something about my boss. So Stanley's just up by closed doors. I can't close this door, but I can close all the doors but this one. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a bunch of endings. I play games like Tim does. I don't play them well. Oh. Input received. Can I input anything else? I feel like the music's getting louder. I'm stuck. Oh, 420! Please let me in here. Please let me in here. I want to get in here. Smoke weed every day. I want to break that room open. Can I jump through these windows? Wait, there's a door here. I want to get in the weed room. Unlocks after you blazed it with the narrator. God, I hope that's not you just fucking with me, Cork.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, fuck the door on my left.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Why would I ever obey what a game tells me to do?
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Stanley stood here, but he can't actually buy a drink, which can suck a dick.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
That's great. I love you too, narrator. I feel like I'm in the right place. I love that it makes clicking sounds. You guys can tell that I'm feverishly clicking things, trying to make things work. Penalty for jumping off cargo lift. $5,000.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
That was fun.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped
Is there
very
anything else I
much
can get
that
down
it
there?
was.
Was there like a lever or something as a way to get down?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You knew I was gonna do it. You know I'm gonna disobey anything a game tells me. I'm still mad I couldn't get into 420. A path you jump to. There are other paths
Yet
on the
there was
right.
not a single
No,
person
put me
here
back out.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
Save. How do I... Save? Is there a run
all
button?
of his
The run
co-workers
button
were...
does not run.
Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room.
Is that
What a
blood?
gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
You can obey. You can stay on the lift. You can obey the narrator, or stay in the lounge. Cold drinks as opposed to Wendy's hot drinks.
Really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I like this game.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Y'all saw the achievement I got, right? I guess it's time to leave the break
But at
room.
last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
What's on the left? Do I go that way or do I go into here?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
how I got an
Look,
achievement
Stanley, I think
that
perhaps
says you
we've
can't
gotten off
jump.
on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
I feel like I could jump
Someone
to that,
you've forgotten about.
but I can't
Please,
jump.
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Oh god, I almost just fell off
This
to
is
my
it,
death.
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let
Yeah, I know,
her
I can
back
fall on the
into your
bridge.
life.
I see it.
She's been waiting.
Forklift! This is the best game for an ADHD person. Ah! Phone?
That's her, Stanley.
What the fuck?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside.
Okay.
Let me show you what's really going on here.
I want to go down this hallway, though.
Sorry, but you're
Oh.
in my story now.
Narrator, no!
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
I can't press anything but N, apparently.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown. Fantastic discoveries.
I need
of
something
new
to play with,
lands.
game.
It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
Later
First, he
TV.
imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
I'm a dick. To spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations.
It's just becoming our office, I
Down
see
one
it.
path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
I don't have kids.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond
I
hope
like our
that
fake
it would
wife.
never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer.
Bye, wife.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the
picture
more
changed.
invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Do I... Do I have to obey it? I didn't know if he would say something snarky if I didn't. But you think after this long it would go.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that
I'll be right
every
back.
second he remembers... here, he's electing to kill himself. How can I
I'm
get him
back.
to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Please die.
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I
Did it. It was M for die. So that's where we set.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to
It
stop
does?
by the employee lounge first,
What, not answer?
just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
God, there's too much to do in this
Stanley
game.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting.
Nope.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful. The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
I feel bad for going down the same
When
path
Stanley
every
came
time,
to a
but I
set of
really
2
want to
open-
see
This was not the correct way to
what's
the
in that
meeting
room.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
Stanley
admire it.
broke more than his legs, I think. I think he broke his entire
Standing now
everything.
in
I
this
think he
incredible
died.
room, Stanley but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So Stanley's really bad at jumping
Look,
off this
Stanley, I think
forklift.
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I want in here. Am I still muted? No. Two doors. Oh no.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Can I save here? How do you save the game? Oh.
Stanley walked through the red door.
What if I'm colorblind?
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen?
It's gonna be
Well,
something
don't
horrifying,
let me
isn't it?
stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yeah.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were.
I'm gonna end up with a
before.
billion saves.
Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door?
Because I kept taking the wrong
It's
door.
instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out
Hang on
of
one
the
second.
park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh good, there's a... Are these real people? $99, 98.9. I like this story.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Ooh.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly
You know I want to let the
confronting
baby burn in the
demands
fire,
of
right,
family
guys?
life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Okay. Later, baby.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing.
That's how most
Your
people feel
input
when
was
dealing with
extremely
me.
valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here?
Wait, it's an actual thing. I wouldn't do it because I'm not gonna make a script,
Yes,
but
this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
where are we going? Oh,
Well, Stanley,
hello,
is this any
Minecraft.
better? At last,
Yeah,
the one thing
I
you've
can't jump,
always
though.
desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here. No.
Admin,
here.
no.
And then. Let's see, what does it
Admin,
need?
that's not a house.
Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes.
Door!
It's complete.
That's
I
not a
made
house.
this, Stanley. Look at it.
It's like a monolith.
Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself
It's a
comfortable.
shitty house. I want to go this way. Does something happen if I wait outside? I feel like something would happen if I wait outside. No. Damn.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect?
Oh.
It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
But, oh. Okay. Later, Gator. I've never actually played Minecraft, so...
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Yeah. Cool. What are these? Mushrooms? I know it's just Terraria in 3D, I just have never played it.
No. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5.
I like this game.
Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
No! Bring... I wasn't done, game. Oh no.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love
I know what this
it.
game is.
You,
Good, it's
trapped
just
in a
Portal.
glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
I've played Portal before, guys.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical
Give me the damn
thinking,
cube.
Stanley. Your forte. Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble.
Beta? Is this Half-Life? Or something? Where the fuck am I? Oh. Okay. Okay. I feel like I'm in a horror game now. Oh no, not a room. What is that? Nice textures. Oh!
I
Bye game.
wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
Good job, Cork.
I can wait.
This game is silly. Oh no. You whipped up a fix for it yourself.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Stanley's going down the other path.
When Stanley came to a set of two open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
How do you use
Perhaps he
cheats?
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
The console button's normally the manana, I thought, or the tittle, but it doesn't seem to be working.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he
Banana.
wasn't 5 years ago.
I'm not Spanish.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've got
The
off
banana,
on the
the
wrong
you know,
foot
my
here.
favorite fruit.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all
The
this
tittle.
time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Yeah, I know, I'm
Someone
going to the
you've
telephone
forgotten
room.
about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
What?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's It's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely.
The narrator slowly started to sound like
it's as though you
Nigel
completely
Thornberry to
ignored
me, and
even
that's
the
kind of a
most
problem.
basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch.
I just want him to start making
I'm going to
Nigel
stop the game
Thornberry
for a moment
sounds.
so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person, but if used incorrectly can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice.
Stephen, no.
He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike
get to
here,
actually make
the
this
real
choice?
world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to
I'm
finish
not real,
their
guys.
thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to
Please,
deteriorate as a
stop,
result of
stop,
narrative
stop,
contradiction.
danger
But
everywhere.
not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Nah. Wow. Is it taking me all the way back?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That
What a
story would
game.
make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
They literally made it so I can't leave. I'm still gonna manage to fuck up. I will download the demo when I finish Stanley Parable. This might make a few streams worth of streams.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
They're not open. Oh.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry
Good.
back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I like this. This reminds me a bit of jazz punk, which I like. I can't do anything here. Might want to lock me in game before I decide to go backwards. What?
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Is it actually gonna close my game? That'd be fun. Oh man. Psychedelic.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story.
I fucked this man's
If you'd
life.
just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So, if I take the door on the right again, is it gonna be the same ending? Or more content?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ah. Don't stand in front of the door. A little late there.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Broom closet. Oh.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Where the fuck am I?
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 111. No, I guess not. I like that panda with a gun to its head back there.
Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115.
Oh, it's
He
Night
spoke
Shark
it
115.
into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. I don't think this actually has microphone compatibility.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the
Cool if it did,
receiver.
though.
Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step. Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh no!
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice.
The end.
I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me?
This is the true ending,
Can you hear
obviously.
me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever
love how
you do.
generic
I simply
Stanley
need you
looks.
to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know.
So if I just stand there, will I be able to,
The story needs it.
does this play out the same?
You hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
That was a fun ending.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Okay. To what? Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic. Perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and
I made a
got
save
back
at the
on
red
track.
door, I think. Okay, there's a door and there's a down. This
But
bad?
Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
I'm fighting the doors.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
A truck. Oh. Okay.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh.
Someone was
Who am
fired.
I kidding? It's
2
all
people were
rubbish
fired.
now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than
Hang on one
waste my
second.
time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
that it?
decided to
Was
go
that
to
the
the
whole
meeting
ending,
room.
guys?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley...
Oh.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
Yes.
Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I need to save. I like this hell.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Please tell me there's no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Please tell me this opens door 420. No. You can't put a door 420 in a game and not expect me to want to open it.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
This is a good ending. Now we're just in garbage.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time, I have to restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
This man's playing Windows fucking card games on his computer in the middle of work. I demand him to be fired.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what?
There's a glitch in the Matrix.
What we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Music? Oh, cool. I'm down with it. It's loud as hell, but I'm down with it. Make it stop. Is there an option for just music? Because that's giving me a headache already. That is some loud ass music. Still loud. Great.
Cut the music.
Thank you.
Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
It's a beautiful fern.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
I love this fern, honestly. This fern's the best character. I like the fern. I like the fern. I want to stick with the fern.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No, no, no.
This line.
You do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I don't know where we're going anymore. The line reset itself, didn't it? It's the other way. I realized I still can't go into door 420. One of these times I'm gonna interact with a door and it's gonna open and I'm gonna feel, like, relieved that I've been clicking all these doors. Oh, we're back here again.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
This is a good ending. The line.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
This direction? Oh, ooh. New direction.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path.
I
new
like the
story. Well,
narrator.
it could be anything.
He's my best
What do
friend.
you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley,
We're
I'm ready
assassins
for it.
or something.
Oh, no, not you again.
The line's
Stanley,
back.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Don't acknowledge the line. Did it go into the ceiling?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Do
From
we?
here, the story is in our control.
Oh
How
no.
important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here.
Or a
And that
reverse
in
door.
turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Aw, it's not gonna open this. The confusion ending.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined?
Doors are back.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what?
No, there's
Am I
doors.
just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
He's gonna restart the game.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So,
Where's the line?
okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Ah! That scared me. Oh no. That's the real ending. There's
all of
nothing
his
after the
co-workers
restart.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
That's unfortunate.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I feel like I missed an ending.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct
Stanley's
way
bad
to
at
the
following
meeting room,
instructions.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Red
And
door.
here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on
Also,
his
I didn't
left.
go down this full path, I don't think. It must just loop to the other side, right?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So, if I'm right, it's jumping over
Look,
here, right?
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
It doesn't have to do with the phone.
Really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The 2 of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't
This
you
is the
see
same
that it's
corridor
killing
from
us,
before.
Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh, door.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Is that a phone? It's a door? Oh. Did we break something?
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place... No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I'm not gonna hurt myself. Can make him annoyed.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Can I still go back there? Whoa, trippy.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here. No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Is he gonna say something? Orbs. It's like Twitter. Full of orbs. Did I break the narrator? I feel like I'm in a PlayStation 2 boot up menu. The orbs do not seem to change. I'm gonna jump.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
Maybe I have a death wish narrator.
Please, Stanley, think about— No! Oh, thank God. You live. No. No, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Oh, I can go back now? Whoa. Orbs.
There. See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving. Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
Is he gonna complain about the
Do you
stairs?
just not believe me? What can I say to convince you? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that? Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
Orbs. So what do I do here? Do I just stay here? Or do I just keep pissing off the narrator? You need to jump. Okay.
No, perhaps not. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Poor narrator. I feel bad for him now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
Alright,
simply missed a memo.
let's actually go to the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Enough playing with dimensional door vortexes and shit.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Broom closet. It's open.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow.
Oh,
just an
I'm
empty
damn
broom
as well
closet.
staying in this room.
No reason to still be here.
I'll be damned if I leave.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Oh boy.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I wish I could pick up the wrench.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Is there
I'd
an
said
ending in here?
Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it
I'm
didn't
glad I
occur
opened
to
a
me
room
because
in this game. I'm
literally,
glad
this
my
closet is of
clicking on doors
absolutely
was
no
justified.
significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
This is my favorite ending.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Dude, Stanley just became the best characters ever.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making
that's kinda
sure they
good.
understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Is that all his dialogue in here? Oh.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
I love this closet.
Coming to a staircase,
No, I wanna
Stanley
go back.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Does this go downstairs to where I was before?
But
Oh, no,
Stanley
cats.
just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone
no.
had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why
That's
did
the truth.
doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
These
Were
rooms
they
are all the
simply
same.
repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And
This
at
is all
last,
too strange.
he came to
Can't
the
be real.
conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!"
This is
he
not a
yelled.
dream.
"This is all a dream." Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job.
How many
He
times
wasn't
do I have to
crazy
walk through
after
these doors
all.
for something to
And
happen?
he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was
It's a
so much
Windows
fun,
fucking
and
screensaver.
Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin.
What if we had like a
The press
VR
of the
Stanley
mattress
Parable,
on his
guys?
The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up.
Where you actually
thought
had
to
to close your
himself.
eyes and
I'm through with this dream.
immerse yourself
I wish it to be
as
over.
Stanley.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
This is a good game. Oh god, we're still in this room.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Good.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh my
And
god.
although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows
This is the
what
best
crazy
ending
people
yet.
look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Good decision. Do you think we can actually beat this if I don't deviate, like, in 10 minutes?
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
Or are we still in the ending?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I want to go in the bathroom. Because, you know, that's what I do in video games. I behave myself.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
Is this
indication
Mr. Burns'
of any
office?
human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Like, do you think I can beat this in like 7 minutes? If I don't deviate? Whoops, I deviated. Yes, okay. Because I gotta stop streaming and I gotta get dinner ready, but I want to see if I can beat this, the main ending.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel
We'll finish this up
now,
probably
when
tomorrow,
for
because I'd
years
imagine
it
there's
had
not too
never
much
occurred
left
to him?
of the game
This
after I
question
beat this.
would not go unanswered for long.
Then again, Link says he has like 140 hours in this.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door
good.
that read Mind Control Facility.
I want to go through the escape. Oh, 56 hours. It's not nearly as many. I want to go through the escape. It's a box.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for
I'd
all.
imagine there are so many endings that could take here. But I really want to try to beat the main story. Nah, there's no endings in there. I see some gibberish code.
And when at last he found the source, blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
I beat the
Unshackled
machine.
himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
The door's not open yet.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Did we actually win? Beat the game. I'm waiting for it to go like, nah, just kidding, you fucked up, you lost. That was the true ending. I'll pick this up another time. I don't know. I don't know how much is left of the Stanley Parable. We'll figure it out. Other stuff that can be opened in achievements. So we'll try that out another time, probably tomorrow. Because I have to go and find food. I do appreciate y'all watching this mess. Thank you for watching it. Twitter is still a hellscape. Like, seriously, a nightmare. Don't look at Twitter. Ever again. Also, there's too much Bubsy on my timeline. And, great. Atlas isn't on it. Everything is bad. God, how much did I miss? There's so much stuff. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go, I'll finish that up tomorrow, probably. Maybe not, I don't know yet. Gotta go find food. Oh, I still have Link talking to me in Steam chat. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Stanley Parable. It was weird. Makes you think a lot about just jumping down staircases. Later.